What we're going to do this morning is take a look again at the management responsibilities for administrators. If you have questions at any time, please use the raise your hand option, or you can type in a question via the chat section. I will keep my eyes open and try and respond to questions as they arise so that we can answer everyone's questions. So, one of the primary responsibilities of administrators is to make sure that your teachers are getting their assessments entered and that they're getting their assessments entered in a timely fashion. Once you have signed into the online DSC, you will be able to access the teachers' classrooms by clicking on the site name or your parish name or your name and continuing to drill down in until you can access the classroom with children. From here, you can view individual child information, such as their assessments, to ensure that the assessments have been entered completely. Additionally, there is a report that is available for you that will show you the completion rate of your teachers' assessments. To view that report, at the reports level, under Classroom Reports, you can select the Student Test Status. This report allows you to generate based on a date range. So your assessments should be completed during a particular date range. Enter the date range using all 4 digits for the year, and then selecting View. When this report is generated, it will show you a listing of all children in the classroom and the status of their assessments. All of the children are listed. Each of the assessment sections for the DSC is listed, and bid is completed with the children's completion rate. Red X's indicate that the assessment has not yet been done for that child for that section. Check marks indicate that the assessment had been completed for that child. Please remember that for the state purposes for this year, the teachers should be completing every section of the DSC with the exclusion of social emotional. The social emotional section is not required for completion, but all other sections should be. When you're finished with the report, you can simply close it down to return to your system, see, so that you can continue working. One of the other responsibilities that administrators will be moving children between classrooms within your parish. The system is designed to allow you to move children between classrooms. From the classroom roster, administrators and teachers can remove a child. To remove a child from the classroom because they have dropped out, simply select that child from the classroom roster. Their name will be highlighted in the roster and displayed up in the top banner. To remove that child, simply select the Remove button. The system will confirm that you are deleting the child. However, the child is not deleted. It is simply removed from the classroom. When a child is removed from the classroom, they are placed into an inactive status. From that inactive status, the child can be assigned to any other classroom throughout your organization, essentially the state of Louisiana. If you are moving a child between classrooms within a site or within your parish or district, you can simply then select the other location where you would like the child to go, go to the Classroom button, and select the Assign Children option. This will bring up a search screen. When searching for a child, you only need to enter the first few letters of the child's first and/or last name. When searching for a child, I strongly recommend using as few letters as possible to find that child. That helps to prevent any potential misspelling or spelling errors. The less information you search for, the better your responses will be. I searched for any children whose first names started with the letters K-A-T. There's Catherine Chapman, the child that I had just removed. She is listed as being in the inactive site and inactive classroom, so that means that I can assign her or move her to the new classroom. Move her in, simply select the child by clicking in the box next to her name. and clicking the Assign button. That will bring that child over to that new classroom, and any and all assessment information, any historical data will follow with them. Once a child has been entered into the system, it's important to remember that that child stays in the system. There's virtually no way for you or for a teacher or user to delete an individual child. That's by design. We don't want to lose these kids. We want to keep them in there. One other point of information that I did kind of want to make sure that everyone was aware of and that it's clarified, because over the past few webinars some questions have come up about entering children and importing the children. Unfortunately, it is not possible to import these children from the SIS database or your student information system, because the deadline for entry of information into the online DSC will be October 15th. The SIS database will not be reconciled prior to that time. So the information could not be verified in SIS in a timely enough fashion to get it imported into the system. So I did want to address that with everybody, make sure that we're all on the same page on that. Okay. Are there any questions with other things that we can help you out with here today? If you have a question, simply raise your hand or you can type in a question. An additional point of information that I'd like to make everyone aware of: we experienced technical difficulties on the first webinar this past Tuesday, which was the introductory webinar for the teachers that covered basic navigation and entry of children and the child's demographic information. As a result, we will be repeating that webinar. It will be available, or it is scheduled currently for this upcoming Monday at 3:30 Central Time. Additionally, all of these webinars are being recorded, and they will become available on the DSC portal page under the tutorial section. Currently, there are several short videos available on the tutorial section that provide basic identifying or basic information about navigation with this. But each of these webinars is being recorded and will become available. We're currently working on getting the past few webinars uploaded, and once those are done, we'll be like this one and then the one later this afternoon. Okay, got a question? Does each teacher have their own students? The question is, I may have missed this. And I think I was just addressing that, so we may have just covered it. Teachers are responsible for entering their own children. Teachers will have to enter. There is no way to import because the SIS database will not be reconciled until after the deadline for the online DSC. Any other questions, folks? All right, that may be it. This morning's session was pretty straightforward, pretty easy. We just have to make sure that the teacher's getting work done. Like I said, there is another webinar scheduled this afternoon, so I'll probably be seeing a lot of you back there, so we'll be taking a look at the administrative level reporting. But if you have any questions or need to contact us in the meantime, remember that from the k.onlinedsc.net portal, you contact technical support. Our telephone number is listed on this page. There's also a technical support form that you can complete that will send us an email, and we'll get right back with you. I've got another question. When will this webinar be posted? Oh, the recorded version. It will probably be available. It'll be uploaded and made available over the weekend. So it should be available for you first thing Monday morning, if not sooner. Okay, someone was asking additional information about importing, but we cannot import into this system. Sorry. Oh, I've got somebody's hand up. Fritzy, do you have a question? Victoria, it's St. Charles. Do you have a question? If you do not have a microphone on your computer, you may have to type in a question for me. If you do have a microphone, you can start talking. Victoria Fry, do you have a question? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've got all of the questions answered that we could answer currently. If any questions do come in, I will make information available back in a follow-up email to all of you that will probably be coming out either later today or early tomorrow morning. All right. Thank you very much, folks, and I'll probably be seeing a lot of you again later this afternoon. Bye now.